Welcome back to Metal Gear RC, coming at you from the Wrenchernut RC garage. And what I have underneath here is truly near and dear to my heart. Yes, this kit underneath here is what got me from the toy gray to the hobby gray. And I was very young when I got it, and I'm truly thankful that I still have it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and reveal.
Ta-da!
Yes, this is Tamiya's version of the Toyota Pre-Runner that was released in June 15 of 1994. I didn't get this when it first released, but I seen this one in magazines when I was a little kid. I would go to Walmart and I would get the magazines, the car action magazine, and one of the subscription that I purchased had this truck in there. And I was going back and forth, which kit should I get? Which kit should I get? And when I seen this truck in that magazine, I was like, this is the one. This is the one. I saved as much as money as I could. I cut grass. I did all little odd ends jobs that I can make money. And I saved as much as I could because my parents thought this was a very expensive toy for me. So I put on all the hard work to save up to buy this. I even had to wheel and deal with my father for the extra cash I needed for the electronics because I was young. I didn't know. It didn't come with everything I needed. So after making some deals, I was able to purchase this, which at the time, there was no internet. It was get on the phone, dial it up. Thankfully, it was Tower Hobbies. The person on the phone was able to help get us through our first purchase and get everything I needed except for paint through the order. And it came in, and I was ecstatic. And well, how old was I? Luckily, I put my age on the truck. So I went ahead and put 13, which years later I found out that that was one of the numbers of, if you know who this truck is built after, it was Ivan Iron Man Stewart, which he was an awesome driver. Loved the, if you know what I'm talking about, the NES game, the off-road Ivan Iron Man Stewart NES game. Love that game. Love this truck. Don't want to go off too much on a rant there, but yes, I was 13 years old, no internet, and I bought this kit. And one Saturday morning, I woke up early, got everything out, slowly, meticulously went through. And I want to say it took me about somewhere between 8 to 10 hours to fully assemble the chassis and get the electronics in there and to get them working. And for a 13-year-old, that's a lot of time and a lot of patience that went into it. And it took me a while, and I know it wasn't the greatest paint job. I had some spray paint around the house, white and red and black, and they were good for plastic. And this was not made for this truck, but I went ahead and used it. And besides a couple little spots where from very rough play, it just chipped off a little bit. And I would have to say that's a little on my part there because I didn't really prep this truck before I painted it. I just kind of like winged it at 13 years old. But I want to show you some other stuff I've done to this truck because as the years went on, I found like things that I didn't like and what I liked. And from the old mechanical speed controller that was in there, I did save up some more money and bought me a electronic speed controller, which definitely improved the performance of this truck. Let me go ahead and show you some of the upgrades. As one, you'll probably notice right off the bat, when I picked this truck up. Actually, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you the 360-degree view of this truck. Hold on, knock down my. I wish it still looked like it's Farmer Day, but I had fun with this truck, and I don't regret all the nicks and blemishes to it. There's a couple of things I regret doing to the truck. I wish I wouldn't have done a couple things, but I'll point them out. But here's one of the first things I did, because this thing came with a tub main body, and I didn't like it because it was catching up on things. It was very low, and where I lived at wasn't the best conditions for RC, and I didn't have a track, so I did a lot of wherever I was, parking lots or gravel roads and dirt roads, different things. But one of the first things I did, and I think I was like 14 years old, I modified it and I built my very own chassis out of aluminum. And this was hand done at the age of 14 years old. I went even modified the steering, where the servo was servo mounted here and the servo saver mounted there, and it would steer the truck just like this, which definitely the mechanics that I put into it definitely wear it away and got a little sloppier than it was when I first made it. But I had the servo up front, I had the speed controller back here, and I had mounted the battery up on top long ways, and I had the motor back here over, because this is a the chassis is a TA02 chassis, and that's where the motor went at. So I built this just one piece at a time by hand. I measured it out, drilled the holes, put the screws in, kind of self-tapped them myself, built this to add extra support on the back here so it doesn't flop around and bend, as well as the front here. So yeah, I put a lot of time into this truck and a lot of self-made upgrades. Some of the things I did wish I never done to it was I did later on have other RC hobby grade, and I tried drilling out the hole so I can use this body again, because I love this truck. This truck was, I loved the Toyota, and it looked great, and I wanted to put it on. I think it was one of my nitro trucks. I think it was a Traxxas T-Max. I tried to put it on there, which it looked good, but I didn't. It wasn't the greatest. But also some other things I did modify. I had some screen for like windows and screen doors. I had some around the house because we had some extra from repairing the windows around our house. So I cut out this front grill here, and then I added the screen and hot glued it in there. Let's see if I can get that on camera. Even put the hot glued the Toyota logo up on front of it, because I wanted to get better airflow. It was definitely getting hot. I definitely ran this thing as much as I could and as hard as I could. Even the side windows, I went ahead and cut them out, put screen in there, hot glued it. Well, on the opposite side too, which that one, it was just a tinted window. So I just went ahead and just cut it all out. There was I didn't have any sticker, just like the other side, how it has the netting. Didn't have no netting. And as well as in the back, I went ahead and cut out the back as well and put some screen mesh back there as well. And looking inside, just You can see my handiwork. So one of the reasons why I wanted to show this truck off is, one, it's sentimental to me, and I kept this truck. I didn't want to get rid of it. It was near dear to my heart. But I kept seeing it and like, I want to get this truck running again. I want to get this truck running again. But one of the videos I was watching from RC Everyday, he was showing some of his TA02 chassis he had, and I was like, that looks very familiar. Why does that look very familiar? And then he was talking about one of the bumpers, and then he's like, not sure what kit that came from. And then it clicked. It was like, that's the exact one that came with this kit, which I don't have it on this one right now. But I was like, that was for the Toyota Pre-Runner kit. And so I messaged him. We kind of went back and forth a little bit. I was telling him how I was thinking about redoing this. And he's like, oh, there's a couple of kits out there, TA2 kits that I can get so I don't have to redo everything. And I was thinking about drawing it all up on CAD and printing them out. And he's like, oh, there's some kits out there, and just go look for one, and which I did find. And I told the story to my wife about this truck and showed it to her, and she was so touched, and she's seen how it was so near and dear to my heart. She's like, do it. You got to do it. So with her blessings, I went ahead and I went hunting for all the parts I needed, and I found pretty much everything. And as of recording this video, the only thing I'm waiting for right now is the stickers, the decal stickers. They're coming from, I found on eBay, they come from somewhere in Europe. I ordered it. It's been almost 2 months now. I haven't get any word from the company or anything about when it should be here, but every time I check, it still says it's still in the middle of shipping. So I'm waiting for that. But I do have everything, and probably some people have seen on my Facebook account that, yeah, I've gotten little sneak peeks here and there of the parts that I've already gotten in. But I will be doing a build series of the redo of my very first hobby grade RC truck. And when I did this, I didn't have as much money as I would like to have done. This has the little plastic bushings as well as the brass bushings in here. So on this kit, on this new kit I'm going to be doing, I went ahead and I got the Fast Eddie's ball bearings kit. I got the Better Motor kit for this one. I'm probably going to do the can motor one when I first build it to kind of give a comparison of how the speed difference. But like I said, the only thing I'm waiting for is the stickers. And right now, depending on if I get the stickers or not, is how I'm going to paint the body. And I do want to do the box art style. I will be doing the chassis first, and then I'll be doing the body next. Hopefully give plenty of time for the decals and stickers to get in. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. And depending on if I do get the stickers or if the company contacts me and can't get it to me or we're not, I might have to change up the design or the paint scheme design. If you want to see me build the remake of my very first hobby grade RC, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hurry up and give a big thumbs up. As well, leave some comments. Tell me about your very first hobby grade RC that got you loving the hobby even more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.